All right, so welcome back, everybody. Just came back from break. If you just joining us here, we're playing Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. This is in the homebrew world of Kelowna in the Dark Legacy campaign. We are continuing with episode 9, A Den of Evil. So prior to our break, the group stayed in Ebon Meadows. They helped raise the villagers' morale while putting out some of the fires and helping with basic recovery from the gnoll attack on the farmsteads. Shopping for supplies, gaining some information from Winky, the dragonborn merchant, at kind of a converted barn/trading post. You learned about some dangerous rumors about South Forest, about the missing people and animals that were found flayed, hanging from various trees near the forest. But you all went to the Sour Grape, which was kind of a bed and breakfast in this area for the traveling merchants and passerbys of the area. There you met a very interesting dwarven woman named Phoebe, who, she was husky in a good way, very amorous and quite flirty with your group. Seemed to take a liking to Mordecai and especially Ryan. She served you all food and took very good care of you until the Reeve, Osbert, came on Ares' request, talking about a deal to improve Ebon Meadows, their standing. However, the Reeve did not want to discuss such matters in detail until the threat to Ebon Meadows was taken care of. He left with you some items found on some of the slain gnolls who attacked, as well as 2 of his trained guards to assist you on your endeavors to take out the gnolls. You stayed the night. In the morning, Mordecai was brought with Ari to a wonderful 10-mile run with weapons training involved. All this, plus morning prayers before breakfast, which you, after your prayers, the ashen peaks began to bellow white smoke as the ground began to rumble. You relay this information to your rest of your fellows, needing to make haste and begin the tracking of your prey, the gnolls who attacked Ebon Meadows. So left off where you were just entering the tree line of South Forest. So, who would like to begin the tracking?
Have a guidance, Aetherius.
Okay.
All right, so...
I mean, I'm assuming you're going to do it, right? You have the... Right?
I mean, I would expect so. You want me to roll survival, right?
Survival, and then you add a d4 to it. Man. So, 24 with the blessing. You, as you start going through South Forest, the day begins to grow hotter. And particularly gets hotter the more you press into the thick vegetation that is South Forest. Insects kind of bite at your flesh as sweat begins to kind of bead down your skin. You manage to keep the group from getting lost as there is no real used trail here, but you are managed to following some telltale signs of the wagons moving through here in some of the wider areas. You manage to notice those slightly broken branches, the little clues of change. And this helps keep you from wandering in the wrong directions here, which you can tell being lost here in by itself would be deadly. However, during your trek, Aetherius, you manage to, as you're guiding them through, you manage to stumble upon what looks to be the body of a slain stag. It suffers from several different wounds. Some are large gashes with chunks of meat torn out, while others look like strange puncture marks.
Areas
Well,
drawing weapons.
Do I recognize any of the wounds on the creature?
Make a nature check.
19.
Well, the gash marks are a little hard to make out. It's definitely bite marks of some kind. Something with very sharp teeth, very large canines. So it could be something like wolf, dogs, coyotes, something of that family. But the puncture marks are what's kind of odd too, because those look like something that like a snake would have.
Huh. It looks like it was attacked by a snake and a wolf at the same time. That's
Us and the wolf.
a snake and a wolf. That's an odd combination.
A woosnick. A woo-ache. That's it. A woo-ache.
Maybe a snook? Snoof?
I don't think any of those are real words.
All right. Well,
listener.
Ryan, as you're
Yes.
studying the wounds and your fellows are kind of talking about what you've discovered, you hear what sounds like a low growl and the sound of something rattling through some of the nearby foliage. You catch a smell, a scent in the air that's saturated with the metallic scent of blood.
Oh, that's not good. It looks like it sounds like something's coming our way.
The woofer bite is coming.
Possibly.
Well, Ari is going to start taking a defensive action as she looks around her, waiting for something to try to jump.
Can I roll investigation to see if I notice it in the area around us?
Sure.
I cast Mage Armor.
Okay. Well, let me pull you up here on a little map. Just trying to get all these wonderful tokens on the map. Therius, Mordecai, Ari, and Ryan. Those need to be. All right, so the map should be shared, and I'm just waiting for it to load, and I'm adjusting it for wonderful viewers here. Thank you, by the way. So, is anybody not able to see the map?
I can see the map.
Okay, is anybody not able to see your soldiers? Should see the 2 tokens on the map.
Yep.
Perfect. And yeah, get this here. Let's see, let's delete that. There we go. All right. So I would like first everybody to roll initiative. And we'll get with Aetherius' investigation.
Ooh, not moving too good today, Ari. Did everybody get quiet, or did my audio drop?
All right, so this
I
is
wasn't hearing anything.
well, this is the animal that you found here, Ryan. That's what the E is. So your initiatives are quite amazing. Nice little gamut. With that, Aetherius, what you've heard, or at least what you can pick up, seems to be coming from the other side of that large fallen tree. The one that's been split in half by that animal.
That is a large animal.
I wonder if it's cuddly.
No.
Are you sure?
You know what? Yes, Ari, go cuddle it. Cuddle it with your weapons too. Make sure to get on in there.
That's not how you cuddle, silly.
Mordecai will glance around to see if he sees anything.
All right, make a perception.
Uh, 13.
No, you are not seeing anything out of the ordinary.
I don't see anything.
And does Mordecai? Yeah, he's got his mage armor up. Okay. Let's see. Let me have them roll that. And that's... Yeah, they don't see anything either. So, is anybody
We
doing
got
anything else?
Aries going to keep dodging. Also, why don't you just make like a big boom? We'll spook it out.
Are you sure?
Well, it's that, or I walk forward and see if it jumps me and eats me and then drags me off into the forest.
So, Therius is going to raise his handgun and pull the trigger, casting mage armor on himself.
Well, you don't need to fire it to cast Mage Armor. You just touch it. But if you want to shoot that, you
She
can.
was wanting a loud noise,
Okay.
and he needs mage armor.
Just making sure on that. All right. Well, let's see. Actually, let me shut this down first here.
It knows we're here, so there's no point being stealthy. Maybe we can make it jump.
All right. Well, you fire the pistol off, and as you do, you hear multiple growling and rattling. It seems to be coming in all directions now. Like, and close. Like within 30 feet.
I
You
guess
see-
I'll.
So, with that, as you made your presence quite felt, let's go to first of the order here. Does anybody want to give Sharwin her orders?
I guess just hold tight, close up.
All right, so defensive action then. Okay. And now we go to Aetherius, whose gun is still smoking.
Quick question. How do I apply mage armor? Because it doesn't look like it applied to me.
There's a magnifying glass or a lasso. If you click on that, you should have apply effect. Just make sure you're selected. That may also be set to... let me see. Doesn't look like it applied. Let me take a look here. And you did drag the spell from the book, right?
It
Yes.
doesn't add to my AC either. I
Effects.
was just
You have to target
Yeah.
yourself, though.
Yeah.
I dragged it onto myself. I have the effects AC 3, but
And
the
for
AC on
Aetherius,
my sheet has not changed.
Yeah, no, so I got him targeted. Let me click the effect. Yeah, just make sure you're targeted, and it applies. That's what I just did here, and it
Okay.
did it. All right, so you cast Mage Armor on yourself. You see his gun glow, and so after you fired, you cast Mage Armor. What do you do?
He's going to draw his short bow, and he was able to make out where the creature was, right?
No, actually. He had the general direction, but it appears where the initial sound came from, but now there's sounds coming from all around you. And that's when you fired your gun.
Should I roll to... or glance around to see if I can figure out what's going?
You can make another perception.
I am not good at these.
So you're kind of looking around like, where's it coming from? You're not quite sure where exactly around you, but it's close.
He's just gonna stand at the ready then with his bow.
All right, are you taking a ready to action or a defensive?
He's gonna ready an action
Okay, what's the trigger?
whenever the creature pops up.
Okay, and he's gonna what? Shoot it? Cast a spell?
Yep.
What is he doing?
He's gonna cast Firebolt with his bow.
Okay. Mordecai, you're up.
I'll take a defensive action.
Okay. So... And that's going to go here. Alright, so it looks like Ares going to be getting the prize. As Ari, you're kind of looking around for what may be doing this. And from almost out of thin air, you start to see a shape take form. This creature seems to be some sort of hybrid of a rattlesnake and a wolf begins to materialize before you. It seems to almost growl and hiss like both animals would, but its body is mostly dog-like in shape. It is covered in a combination of fur and scales. The head and the tail, though, resembles more of a rattlesnake than a wolf. However, the mouth, you see, does have the teeth of a wolf, except for two additional parts that appear to be fangs. And it looks like it may also have a forked tongue. And as it comes out, it... let me do this here.
Oh, Ares, glad she's dodging so it doesn't get, surprise on.
Well, it does have advantage because it was invisible in attack. This is when it's being revealed from its attack. You're seeing all this. So that does cancel that out so it doesn't get that advantage.
Yep.
And let's see what happens when it tries to hit Ari. It misses with its bite. You see the teeth and the fangs just kind of launch out, snapping. And it just growls at you.
Bad doggy. Bad doggy.
Bad dog, no biscuit. But... That's when Ryan, another similar one, comes out in front of you.
Oh dear.
And leaps up and tries to bite at you. And because, again, defensive, you take away its advantage on that. Actually, let's see.
My held action would have went off.
Yes,
by the
that's
way.
true. Yeah, that's what I was... So, go ahead and do your held action. Because there's something else that would happen with that as well after you attempt to attack it. So I was just thinking about it. I was like, oh, yeah, you had your held action. So a 12 is not going to hit it. Your bow, the arrow just flies over this thing as it's very agile moving. And as it's moving, you see it start to fade away from sight. And
Okay.
Ryan, this thing was attacking you. It hit an AC of 23. So, from its bite, you receive, and I want you to be careful on this. You take 5 damage, but I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Actually, wait. I think I can do this here. Hang on. Just drag it on you here. And you succeed, so you're going to be taking half damage from the venom of the fangs that pierce into you. So you take 5 points of piercing damage and 4 points of poison damage. And you're going to need to make a strength saving throw. As this thing was leaping on you. You succeeded. You see this thing leap up. And as Ryan's just trying to, like, just taken aback by it, it managed to catch onto his arm, but the weight of this thing is almost enough to knock Ryan down. As you see the fangs, both the wolf part of it and the snake part, dig into Ryan's flesh, pumping venom and tearing parts of his flesh off. And that will end its turn there.
See, this is why you don't go outside. You could get diseases or bit by a dog. In fact, I got both.
Ryan, there's some bad news. As another one comes up and begins to attack you here. This one will hit an AC of 18, dealing 7 points of piercing and making that constitution for that venom. You succeed, and you'll take half of this poison damage. So you take 1 whole damage of poison, but you need to make a save. You do not make the save as it knocks you down, so you are now prone.
Oh dear.
So you see 2 of these things by Ryan. One of them was biting his arm. The other one begins tearing at his leg and knocks him down in the process. So 2 of these things are by Ryan, and there's another one somewhere by Ari. Ryan, it is your turn. Ryan.
Right. I have to be pushed to talk.
It's okay.
Let's see. I'm gonna, on the one that is pinning me, I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds on it.
Alright. Well, as you're fighting on your back, you cast the spell, the Inflict Wounds, trying to unleash holy damage on it, but you're not able to grasp it long enough to release the energy into it.
Alright, well, that's gonna be... yeah, that's gonna be my turn.
Alright, so, Bradford's gonna go. Let's see. Let's see. So I pass through area here. And try to strike at this one. Now, he does hit it. As he does, the creature just kind of yelps like a dog would as it gets struck. He deals 8 points of damage to it. And as that happens, the creature vanishes from sight. What are these things? And he's just kind of like looking around. Like he sees the blood on his blade, but he no longer sees the blood from the creature dripping on the ground. As it becomes Ares' turn.
Ooh, for bites. And Ares gonna dart up to try to... Yeah, I'm... Regrettably, bad starting weapon combination here. Ares gonna first swing with her short sword.
Okay. Well, that will hit.
For minimum
For minimum, don't start this again. Don't you do this. All right. Yeah, you swing. You hit it. It yelps. As it does, you see it start to fade from sight. Does that end your turn, Ari?
I'm gonna drop my dart and take out my hand axe.
Okay. Do you drop it on Ryan?
No.
My eye! No. Alright, so you pull out your hand axe. You want to do anything else with your move or any bonus actions?
Nope. That will end my turn.
Alright. Well, Lady Crowley will go, and she is... there's nothing in sight that she can fight. She is going to move over here where you were at, Ari, and just, again, taking a defensive stance. She's kind of fighting, like, back-to-back with the other guy. Where are these things coming from? Be careful, they could be anywhere! And that will end her turn. Bring us to Aetherius.
Gonna take the dodge action.
All right, so you take the dodge action, fighting defensively. Did you want to stay where you're at? I'm not hearing you if you're speaking. Did anybody else hear me?
I can
Yeah, I
hear you.
hear you.
All right. Therius, is there anything else you wanted to do?
I think his connection's dying.
Ah, awesome. All right, well, we'll hold off there if you want to do any other bonus actions or additional movements. So we'll just go to Mordecai for the time being.
I want to try something weird.
You know what I forgot? Take down the BRB. I forgot something. People couldn't see the map.
That's kind of important.
Kinda, yeah, a little bit. Little itty bitty.
Okay, I'm gonna try something weird. The space where the snake creature was in, to the right of Ryan,
Okay.
I'm going to cast Mold Earth and instantly excavate the space and deposit the dirt one space to the right.
Okay.
Do I hear anything like a shocked snake dog sound?
Make a perception check. Because right now the earth's being moved, rock and soil's being tore up magically and moved to the side. So you're trying to pinpoint a specific sound out of that.
Fuck me, man.
You don't hear anything unusual as you excavate the earth, moving it to the side.
Okay. I'm going to use a bonus action to use my 2 sorcerer points and regain a first level slot. And then I'm going to move back away. I'm done.
Okay. Alright, so this one reappears here as it attacks Lady Hercrelli. And as it leaps up and tries to bite her, it will miss. Missing AC 15. So she managed to kind of deflect its bite. Here! Over here! And that'll end its turn here. Let's see if I can get to this other one here. So this other one reappears and attacks Sir Bradford. Yeah, Selka's trying to reconnect. Leaps up, tries to bite. Ooh, hits an AC 24. So that is going to hit him for 9 points of piercing damage. Making his Constitution saving throw. Succeeds. Takes half poison damage. So he takes 3 additional more poison damage. And he drops. So he is down. The creature's still there, just kind of chewing on the bits of the body. And let me get to the other one here. And oops, got him. Actually, can I get it now? All right, cool. I actually dropped it on somebody. That was weird. All right, and Ari, congratulations. You're being attacked.
That's fine.
It leaps up at you, tries to bite, misses with a 14. Just leaps up, the jaws just kind of snap in front of you. The saliva just kind of hits by your face. You feel it. Doesn't get in your eyes or anything, but you see the jaws. You smell the rancid breath, and you see those venom-like fangs protruding from the front of the mouth, trying to dig into your flesh. You manage to knock it away with your hand axe. And that is going to end that turn. Let's see. He is down, so he... let's see. Sadly, NPCs don't have the auto ability, so he does make a death save. But he is still bleeding out. That will end his turn. Ari, you're up.
I think you skipped my turn.
Yep.
Yeah. Why did it skip yours?
I don't know.
Okay. Oh, anyway. All right. So Ryan, still on your back. What would you like to do?
All right, am I still being pinned? Or am I
No,
just-
you're not. You're not pinned, but you are on the ground.
All right, so he's gonna stand up.
Fact-
Have his movement to stand up.
Okay. I want to see. Go ahead and do that. I'm just trying to see if I have a pit token from when the ground was excavated. All right, so you stand up. Your prone condition should be... Why is it not removed? Bam. There you go. We don't want you with disadvantage. Ah, perfect.
All right, and then he's going to cast Bless on Eerie Mordecai and Aetherius. And I do believe that that is going to be his turn.
All right. They all blessed. Looks like it. All right. So now, Eri, the weapon wonder of the world, what would you like to do?
Ari's going to reach down and with her hand that has the holy symbol on it jingling, and she's going to grab his shoulders and like shake him. Come on, get up. It's okay, get up.
All right, see
She's
healing for
going to
one.
Lay on hands for one.
Well, that's better than negative. So he starts to kind of come to, though he is still prone.
Yeah, he's in trouble, but not as much trouble.
Is not about to immediately die. Just die belatedly.
Yes, delayed death.
That's all Ari can do.
All right. Well, Lady Crowley's going to go, and she is. Let's see. Ooh, I gotta see this. This might work here. All right. So yeah, she is going to. She's going to cast a spell. One, two, three, four. Wait, that's not the right dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 10, 14. All right, and let me just check these here. All right, so the one right next to her, as she casts the spell, she begins chanting, speaking a combination almost like elvish tongue as she makes the incantation. You recognize the final word of the spell, Eri, which is sleep. And as she does so, the one right above her falls to the ground, just breathing heavy.
Nighty night, doggy.
And that's pretty much all she can do. So go to should be going to Aetherius. There we go.
Could you pop the map up for me? Because I don't know where it is.
You should see it.
Thank you.
There you go.
So which one's asleep?
The one right above her is asleep.
Alright. I'll shoot the one next.
All right. So this is number 2 you're aiming at?
Number 3.
Number 3? Okay. All right. Go ahead and make your attack. That is going to hit. 14 will hit it. Thank the Lord. Thank the Wonderbringer for bless.
It's a good spell.
It's a good god.
Nice.
Burn, doggy, burn.
And it begins just yelping high-pitched screams as you burn it. It does not fade from sight on this. Would you like to do anything else?
No.
Okay, Mordecai.
Alright, the one that Ethereus burned, I'm going to cast Ray of Frost. That was 3.
Yep.
Okay, 11 is not going to hit it, so the ray just kind of overshoots it, clips part of Ares' hair that crystallizes and snaps and breaks off like an icicle. Clink.
No. Alright, I guess
Refreshing.
I'm done.
All right. So this one's asleep. Nobody's disturbed it, so it is still sleeping. This one is looking at the one that's already bit, Sir Bradford, and he is going to attack it. Now, since it is within 5 feet of another ally who is not incapacitated, aka number 3, he gets advantage on the attack.
Yeah, Bradford is already on the floor, so he's just stacking those advantages.
Well, that dropped the 1 for 17. That's gonna hit him, and he's gonna be down with that. I'm not gonna bother rolling the. Actually, no, I gotta do that just in case here because he is low enough to succeed on that. So, all right, but he's back unconscious. Poor Bradford. Let's see. All right, and that is all it's going to do here. As it snaps, tail rattles. This other dog-like serpent is going to still eye area up here. And since she's within 5 feet of an ally, he gets advantage on the attack. All right, Airy. It hits an AC of 20. You take 8 points of piercing damage. As the venom courses through your veins. Why is that rolling a... Okay, good. You succeed on that. And you take 3 points of poison damage. That was halved. And as you make your strength saving throw with the bless, fails, so you are prone as it's biting into you.
It's fine. At least it was dog free.
Yes. Ryan.
All right. Let's see. Ryan is going to take a swing at dog 3.
11 is
11.
going to miss.
All right.
The dog's still biting on Airy.
I think that's going to be all for my turn.
All right. Well, Bradford's down. He needs to make a saving throw. Death save again. Same roll. He got another 17, so he made 1. That will do it for him. Airy.
Airy is going to yell for Sharwin to grab Sir Bradford and drag him out of here. She'll heal him in a moment.
Okay.
And to help facilitate this, She is going to swing her sword at number 2.
14 is going to hit.
I also meant to say I'm going to stand up and do so, but it was too late to save that 20. But I do stand up.
All right, let's wait. Hang on. Okay, that's just your damage. Wait, nope. Don't delete that one. Delete that one. There we go. All right, so you deal 6 points of damage to it. You cut it with, what was it, your short sword? And
Yep.
It yelps. The blood on it just kind of sprays a little bit. It looks like regular reddish blood, nothing peculiar about it, even though the creature itself is quite odd.
Does it blink?
No, it doesn't.
Well, my plan may have just backfired a little here. Badly injured. Does dog number 3 look?
He looks kind of rough, but he looks a hell of a lot of fight in him.
Well, Ares going to play it safe.
Okay, Ares going to heal. All right.
And that will end her turn.
All right. So you told Sharwin to pull Bradford out, which she will begin doing with her action. She will move him out. And then she'll move back over here by Aerie. And that's going to be her turn. So, Bradford's still... actually, wait. You know what? Yeah, she's going to pull him out and then stabilize him next turn. So she's not going to move back over there towards you. She will stay between him and the other creatures, though. All right. With that, we're going to Aetherius.
Gonna knock back another arrow and shoot at the one above. Oh, wait, no, the one above Sharwin's still asleep, isn't it?
Yes, he is. I mean, you can still shoot an arrow at him if you'd
Number
like.
3. No. Number 3
Okay.
then.
All right. So going over to the third one here. Fire an arrow, and a 5 is not going to hit him. The arrow shoots wide to the right, passing through by Ryan. Lands, hitting one of the great trees beyond, just loud thud.
Well, that's my turn.
All right, Mordecai.
Another Ray of Frost at Dog Serpent 3.
Ooh. Give him the ice cold shoulder. Hello.
That's better.
The 27. Jeez. So with precision, accuracy, you strike. Slowing him down and dealing 5 points of frost damage. The scales and fur begin to solidify. You see a little sparkling of the ice dust fall as it strikes it. It yelps in pain. But it is still fighting. Though bleeding
my
badly.
turn.
Okay, he is still asleep. Alright. He is going to... He's going to move up here. Actually, no. You know what? He is going to turn and look at Aerie. And see how tasty, delicious Aerie looks. As he fights with his pack brethren. Okay. Strikes at AC at 21, hitting Aerie, biting deep into her flesh. The wolf-like maw bites down, dealing 8 points of damage. The venom-like fangs, though, pierce in. She succeeds on her saving throw, taking 1 point of poison damage. And she manages to fight the creature off, preventing it from knocking her prone.
Nice.
Well, Ari.
All right, doggy. Keep fighting.
And bite he will as he sees his friend chewing on you. With that, he realizes that you're hurt. And he thinks you're easy prey. So he fights with advantage with his pack mates, hitting an AC of 22. Biting down, dealing minimal damage on the bite, 4 damage, and also saving for the poison you do not save as the venom-like fangs bear into you, dealing 3 points of damage. You're getting like
Somehow I'm still standing. Okay,
No.
somehow I'm still laying on the ground but conscious.
You're not. Yeah, you're not unconscious, but with both of them on you, you are prone. Both dog-like serpents biting into your flesh, growling as they tear into you. Ryan.
All right. Ryan, he's gonna come over here. And he's gonna cast.
All right.
He's gonna cast Spare the.
Before you do that, since you're leaving that, the serpent dog will take an attack of opportunity on you.
Yep.
Let's get its attack things here. All right. No advantage. None of that goodness. It misses you with a 7. Go ahead and
All
cast.
He's gonna cast Spare the Dying on Sir Bradford.
Okay. All right. So you have just spared him of bleeding to death.
All right. It's gonna be the end of Ryan's turn.
Okay. All right. So he is stabilized, but he is still out. Come to Ari, who is prone with 2 of the serpent dogs biting into her flesh.
Who is barely still around. Well, she's got to protect her friends.
Oh, 19 and a 17, but 24 modified will connect. So you stab it with a short sword.
I keep forgetting to say she gets back to her.
You know, if this was Rick's Rory, we'd be making so many jokes about her being on her back.
Well, there's not much of her back left intact, so...
Now, after that short sword strike, you feel it go into the creature pretty good. Goes in past the bone, the ribs. This thing tries to twist away, and you kind of follow it. As you withdraw the short sword, this thing is bleeding profusely. It doesn't look like it has a lot of fight left in it. It's kind of staggering. It's having trouble breathing. Blood is just dripping out of its mouth.
Well, Barry's not going to give up here. Is it 12 enough?
No, a 12 is going to miss. So your hand axe flies out trying to finish this thing off, and it manages to move out the way before the axe can connect.
Well, Ari has done all she can do.
All right.
That will end her turn.
Standing her ground. Love it. Does she have anything else that she can do? Let's see. Yeah, she's going to do that. So she is going to cast another spell. You see her make the incantations. Her hands begin to glow like this bluish white light. She throws out one of her hands, one's not holding her longsword, and you see these globules of light, 3 glowing darts just fly out towards that creature. And let's see. All right. So as these globules of force fly out and strike it, it begins to yelp. As the second one hits it, the yelp stops. The third one hits it, but the body doesn't move. All right. That is going to end her turn. Aetherius.
Alright, let's see.
And Ari, don't forget you have inspiration
We're
as well.
pulling out the gun.
Time to use the firearms. Properly.
I'm using inspiration.
Oh, okay.
Gonna move up here. There we go. So that I'm in range, and then we're just gonna... Oh yeah, how do I turn on advantage? Do I just...
You can click the ADV button at the bottom left. And your
And
next roll will have
let's
it.
go and cast Chromatic Orb with this. Yeet.
22 is gonna hit.
Where is it? There it is.
Oh, so this ball of just scaling light just flies from Aetherius' hand as it rapidly crosses past you, Ari, past Lady Hercrelli. It blasts this thing. This thing gets knocked back a good 2 feet when it strikes. You see the flesh onto the scales of fur just get burnt away by some of the energy. The scales impounded by the force of the impact. It opens up the sides, bleeding profusely. This thing is staggering, much like the other one, just having trouble breathing from the force of the blow on its ribs.
And that's my turn.
Mordecai.
That thing's still standing after that?
Yep. Barely, but it's still standing.
Shit. Alright, let's see if I can finish it off.
Now you're just showing off, Mordecai. 28.
Just 2 damage.
All right. Well, that was actually enough. You wanna embellish on the killing blow?
Yeah, I want it right as it's starting to open its mouth to strike again. The ray of frost just hits it right in the back of the throat.
All right. And as you do, you see the head just the throat begins to crystallize. The outside scales begin to also kind of crystallize, just with that, not like solid blocks of ice, but that bluish, sparkly sheen from something that's been frosted. But this covers its entire head, and you see its eyes just kind of locked in wide-eyed, mouth open, fangs bared, as it just freezes in place and falls over.
Oh,
Now, there's one that's still asleep that's not going to be asleep for much longer.
off with his head.
All right. Mordecai has spoken. Let's see. Let's pull that one out. Well, Ryan, he wants the head decapitated. At least that's what Mordecai has stated. What would you like to do?
Well, that seems like a pretty reasonable thing. So I'm going to. Ryan's gonna take his mace and he's gonna try to bash in the thing's head.
Perfect. Roll again.
Since it's asleep.
Yeah, roll again
Yeah.
because it is down. There you go.
Oh, there we go.
Modified 20. All right. Roll your damage.
Is it a crit?
It is.
No. This-
Because it's down. It's unconscious.
Oh yeah.
All right. So, this is kind of one of those times where what's fun and makes sense kind of trumps the rules a bit. So this thing is completely helpless still. Him at the total mercy of a hammer coming down on its skull like that is gonna kill it. There are some things that would be like sacks at hit points that normally things like this wouldn't work, but it's more fun to do it this way. So you do kill the creature with that blow.
All right.
Hopefully it had peaceful dreams.
Harry closes her eyes, plugs her ears. You know, the ones that are bleeding right now.
She's bleeding in places she didn't even realize she had places.
All right. So, are we all okay?
I'm fine. Are you okay, Eddie? And he offers to help her up off the ground.
She's still standing,
Oh, I thought she got knocked down.
and she got back up again, and
Yep.
got knocked down again. But see, you can never keep her down.
Oh, God.
I'm fine. You only need one lung to survive, right?
I don't think that's how that works. I think that's kidneys.
Meanwhile, Lady Hercrelli is going to go through Sir Bradford's kit, and she pulls out a little vial, and she pours it in his mouth, and you see his eyes start to kind of open up as his wounds start to magically mend themselves. Oh, what happened? Oh, God! He's looking right over next to him with that thing's skull smashed. So, any more of them? And he's still got his blade out. He's kind of backing up by the tree. It's okay, Bradford. Believe they've all been slain. But we should be cautious traveling further. We don't know what else may lurk in these woods.
We should probably rest for a moment.
I need a tea break if y'all don't mind.
Yeah, those were quite vicious beasts. Now, would I be able to identify them?
You can try. Go ahead and roll a nature check.
I'm going to use my inspiration on this. Good.
Wow. Dice are not kind to you today.
No, they are not.
You, well, you don't know what these are. You've never seen anything like them. They've not documented any books that you've read anyway. As far as you're concerned, this is a completely new type of creature.
Whatever it is, it's quite nasty.
You don't have to tell me. Oh, and he's just kind of holding his wounds, trying to bandage up a bit. Kicks the thing in the head. So, y'all want to take a short rest?
Yes, I think that would be good.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
So, y'all have healer's kits. Just mark a expended use. For those watching, we are using the optional rule for short rests to use healer's kits to spend hit die.
I'm at full health. I will not be using a healer's kit.
Come on, you know you want to anyway.
Well, I'll ask Bradford. Do you have some first aid?
Yeah, I do. It's embarrassing that these things took me down.
How many
Happens
charges
with the
there are
best
there
of
on a
us.
healing kit?
10, except for the one that was given to you that was found on the knolls. That one only has 5 left.
Alright.
Eddie, you happen to have a knack for getting hurt in these conflicts. Perhaps it is a good idea for you to carry this instead of me. And he reaches into his messenger bag and pulls out a potion of healing and offers it to her.
She will very graciously take it.
We will have a hard fight ahead of us, even if we don't get stopped by these creatures in the forest.
Well, after expending all of her resources, Ares back to full. And after the short rest is completed, she'll use her recovered second wind to do the last bit.
All right. I was wondering if you were going to use that during the fight.
She did.
I did. That's why I'm not dead.
All right, and let's see. You're not hurt at all. Okay. So, after mending your wounds, do you do anything with these creatures? Do you throw them in the hole that Mordecai made?
Aerie will take a few fangs. Maybe a pelt if she can scavenge it.
Belt's still going to be a little trickier with that because they're more like a hybrid wolf snake. So it's, like, it's going to take a little more care to do it. So if you want to wait the extra time to do it, you can.
How much longer are we talking?
About another hour or so to carefully remove the scales and fur so that you can have a nice, good pelt. That's also including to remove all the fangs.
Would the party wait that long?
I'm fine with waiting.
If we
Yeah.
lost.
All right. Well, Ari, make a survival check for me.
Do you
Hey,
want help?
Ryan.
Yeah, have a guidance.
Aerie wouldn't mind help.
Guidance is
Well,
such a good
Nefarious is
spell.
gonna pull out a dagger.
All right, so with advantage.
I was gonna roll for you.
Oh, you were gonna do it?
Yes, he was gonna do it.
Well, she's already gone to work.
All right, and D4. All right, so you managed to remove the fangs and remove the hide. It's not a perfect removal. It could have been a little better in some parts, but you managed to remove the skins.
I imagine Aetherius is just grumbling the entire time. No, you're not supposed to cut that.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Occasionally he tries to, get her to stop. The fox nips her on the arm, sighing each time she decides to keep going.
Flailing wildly as he tries. No, shoot, go away.
I think she's trying to tell you something, Ari.
That I'm delicious? That's what the wolf tried to tell me. Part of a balanced breakfast.
I don't think that's necessarily correct.
But I'm magically delicious.
Anyway,
I deserve that judging silence.
that you do. That you do. All right, so who is leading the group?
Hi, that will be me.
Have an insight. Have a guidance.
You know what? I think I will take that insight. Thank you, Ryan.
Oh,
Nice.
and Max, 28. So, having encountered at least some of the hostile things in this wood, you managed to stay on track, tracking the knolls back towards the Ashen Peaks. As you do, the ground kind of rumbles again. The more intensity since you're closer to the Ashen Peaks. More white plumes as just shoot out from the top of the peaks. But as you approach the basin with that 28, there's several little caves and cavern openings. Though they tried to hide it, you managed to pick up the cavern that has the wagon tracks leading to it. The cavern that these tracks lead into, the way that the light and shadow strike the surrounding rock gives the cave mouth the appearance of a face screaming in terror.
That's a bit disconcerting.
What a weird rock formation. I bet it's not foreboding.
Did they carve it? That can't be natural.
Who wants to check it out, see if it is? 1, 2, 3, not it.
Not it.
Nah.
Oh, well. I guess I'm doing it. Alright, well, he's gonna inspect the rock facing to see if it looks natural.
All right. So, let's see. You don't have any stone cutting. Make a wisdom check. Not bad.
19.
No, that rock is not natural in the slightest. This was definitely created outside of nature.
Yeah, it's definitely not natural.
So what you're saying is they're defacing nature. Now,
Uh,
I'm pretty new to this, but I think that's a bad.
I pull out the weird cat symbol and compare it to the face. Is there any similarities?
Um, there is slight similarities, yes.
I show the symbol to everyone else. This must be a holy symbol for whatever god they follow.
uh,
Or
looks
it's a
like it.
blueprint.
Aren't your blueprints on paper?
Maybe they don't have paper. Maybe they just have very fancy metal.
Well, should we go in?
I don't think they're gonna come out here waiting for us.
It's then that Ari goes, oh, maybe I should look for guards. Nah, let's get.
Ari just discovered she has toes.
I have a bit of an idea, if you are interested. Dave, wide is the cave mouth?
Cave mouth is fairly wide, probably about 16 feet, give or take. At the highest point, probably closer to 20.
Okay. Okay, that works. Uh, so I can make trenches really quick. Now, what if we put a pit in front of the entrance, and then Ethereus fires his gun, alerting them to our presence, and then they run out here, and then we let them fall.
That sounds like it could be an interesting and good plan.
We have to make sure we cover it, though, so they don't go, oh, it's a pit. Maybe I shouldn't step on it. Because not everybody's stupid enough to fall in the pit. And she looks real shifty as she says,
What are you implying, Ari?
nothing.
Uh,
I
okay.
have never fallen in a pit that was plainly in the middle of the road, clearly marked with, warning symbols saying avoid pit.
I mean, I wasn't suggesting that, but okay.
Well, I'm just saying that if that were a thing, that's never happened.
Well, unfortunately, I don't have some things that we can cover it with. Does someone else, perhaps?
Does anybody have any illusion magic?
Let's see. She does not.
My spells are
No.
somewhat limited.
Well, we could make like a simple covering of leaves. You know, we could make a thin. We could like make a thin roof layer thing that wouldn't be able to hold the weight of a person, and then you could cover that with leaves.
That could work.
Well, we can do that. Give me a moment. I will begin excavating, and how I do it is I'm going to dig out the 15 feet in front of the cave,
Okay.
make sure they can't get around it, and I'm going to move that dirt way off to the side, and then I'm going to dig another hole, extend the width out away from the cave to 10 feet across. Then I'm going to move that dirt to the side. Then I'm going to drop down on the far side and then excavate another 5 feet out of the bottom that's closest to the cave, and then climb back on it and use it to smooth the ground out. So there's a 10-foot pit. It's a 10-foot deep pit, 5 feet across, on the outside of the cave.
Basically making a long trench.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So as you're casting this, there's still some more tremors from the ground. Fairly intense, not more than before, but since you're close to the mountain, it's more prominently felt.
It doesn't take that long. A couple minutes. The one casting is 6 seconds.
It's still long enough for another tremor to hit.
Okay, I just didn't want anyone to think it was taking.
Yeah, no, it's not like it's 30, 40 minutes kind of thing, but it is, it is pretty rough. In fact, let me do this here so you can kind of see some of the mouth of the cave here. Gotta redirect this here. Doop. Alright. That way you can see some of the interior of the cavern.
I'll tell you what. While they're putting the covering over it to hide it, I'm gonna move some of the loose earth that's extra, and create a kind of a little barricade. That we could have some cover behind, about 20 feet away from the mouth of the cave.
All right, and you're using the move earth to make the barricade?
Yes, from the extra earth that I shoved off to the side.
Okay.
I love this cantrip.
It's really good. It's a really good spell.
Well, a lot of spells, if you're creative, they're very good.
Yeah.
All right. So you have some spots that you're able to hide behind. You have some coverings here. In fact, I want whoever's going to be doing the camouflage to make a survival check.
It's going to be me, and I'm going to guidance myself. Actually, should probably be Ethereus.
All right. So you guidance Ethereus then?
Before we do that, I'm going to use my channel divinity, knowledge of the ancients. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to do that. It's not. Nah, just give guidance. Yeah.
Can I roll now?
Yes, roll.
Oh.
Maybe you should have.
Maybe I should have.
Can I give you my inspiration? Or did
Sure
I
can.
have to do that before?
Nope.
Take an inspiration. God damn it.
Wait. Can I get another inspiration?
No, sadly, no. You can get one on a roll with that.
I swear to God, this has happened with both of the inspirations I've thrown out.
Is mayonnaise a spell?
All right. So you covered them. You think it's a good job. And how'd you want to lure the creatures out?
Well, what Mordecai had suggested was Aetherius to shoot his gun again.
Alright, let's see if we can be 1 for 2 then. Is everyone else fine with this idea?
Yeah.
Afterwards, Ariel just, start screaming. After you shoot the gun, just to make it sound like there's poor, helpless, innocent people up there.
Bang.
Yeah, you don't really need to make an attack roll. You just fire it, unless you're trying to shoot something specific, which I feel sorry for the person that you chose, the target that you chose.
You know what? We'll just shoot some, bird that's flying on by.
All right. Well, out of this little small flock of birds that was flying by, one of them just goes careening down into the trees of the forest. But the loud gunshot, the musket just pow, and it echoes through the caverns. Pow, 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 pow. That's when you hear guttural growls. And you start to hear the sounds of fast footfalls. Not armored boots, but just very fast footfalls. And that's where you see a small group, about 3, those same hyena-headed creatures approaching the mouth of the cavern.
Do we get a surprise round?
Well,
We have like 15 minutes left, sir.
Well, as they start approaching the mouth of the cavern where you have the trap, you see one of them has a bow, another has spears, and another has a glaive. They're getting closer and closer to where Mordecai dug the trap and Aetherius camouflaged it. And right before they get to the trench trap, this is where we're going to stop for today.